Hey, welcome to the patio. It is Thursday, July the 20th. And boy, we got a lot to talk about in the news, guys. A whole lot to talk about. We're going to talk about Travis King. We're going to talk about Carlee Russell. We're going to talk about those people that are talking about those people. But anyway, right now, we're going to say the important stuff. How are you, Father Fortenberry?
Well, I'm doing fine. My wife started back to work today, and she is unhappy.
Why is she unhappy? Because she's working?
Because, I mean, hell, I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to work either. DW's wife started back today, too.
I thought they started back the other day. They did a tour of the city or something.
Huh?
Yeah.
I missed that part.
Didn't they do a tour of the city? Or was that new teachers? Maybe it had been new teachers.
Oh, that was the new teachers. Yeah, Charlie did that last year.
So, D-Dub, how are you doing this fine evening?
I'm doing well. Yeah, they took a tour of the city for like 2 hours. They cruised around, looked at different stuff. Oh, there's a cup. And Amanda said it was interesting. But so far, man, she's liking it. She's liking it.
They're just showing them where to go and where not to go. Is that what they're
you see that there's Gary talking. So, Gary, how are you?
Teachers that aren't from here showing them the area that like their kids are from. Just different areas.
Gary, you maybe should go for a tour.
That's right.
Yeah.
I've been on the tour of the area, and there's some places you shouldn't go.
Yeah, last year Charlie said they go like right down Sunset and everything.
Put your hood up.
We'll do it. Ghost Adventures.
The quiet man of the hour. There he is. He's got his Elvis shades on today over there at Marty Mar. What's going on, Marty Mar?
Howdy, y'all. I'm doing good.
He's so
It
fresh.
sounds like he's yelling at us.
It's so clean.
That's the only dude in here that can afford sick.
Okay. Hey, turn my mic down.
I think it's his ears. I don't think it's his mic.
Them glasses are real gold.
Hey, you can't have money, right?
Oh, these real glasses.
Hey, let's jump right into the what. Look, it broke today. And look, Jamie's been saying he wants the credit. We're going to give it to him. Carlee Russell, this was the lady we talked about, I think, on Tuesday/Monday night about how she spotted a toddler on the side of the road. And then she went to pick up the toddler, and all of a sudden her wig flew off, the phone hit the ground, and was not to be seen for 2 more days.
You know what we spotted on the patio?
What
Lies.
Lies.
I think it was that wig.
Lies. Actually, Jamie wasn't on the patio.
The story didn't work.
No, he was talking about the patio, like this patio.
Oh, this patio, of course. Yeah. The
patio.
Today there was a press conference held by the police department.
Hoover.
They've been kind of quiet. It was the Hoover
Is
police
this
department.
Hoover or is this Birmingham?
Hoover.
It's actually Hoover. Okay.
A suburb there of Birmingham. Yeah. I want to make sure I can find the details. Carlee gave the detectives her initial statement. She claimed that she was pursued, that I read somewhere, not in this article, but that she claimed she was thrown into the back of an 18-wheeler. Here it is. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. According to the chief, Russell told police the man made her go over a fence and she was forced into a car. Then she was being in the back of an 18-wheeler, and she stated that the male was with a female. However, she never saw the female, only hearing her voice. She also told detectives she could hear a baby crying. So these folks really wanted this woman because they took her over a fence, through some woods.
She broke out too.
And I saw her
to the truck driver's house. We got
climbing the fence easily.
The grandma's house.
She claimed she was blindfolded but was not tied up because the captors said they did not want to leave impressions on her wrist. Oh, okay, there you go. That's a good idea. She said they took her into a house, made her get undressed. She believes they took pictures of her but does not remember them having any physical or sexual contact. So they just liked her body, wanted photographs of her. She told police the next day she woke up and the woman fed her cheese crackers and played with her hair. I thought she didn't have any hair. I thought she left her wig.
She lost her. Yeah.
Well, she probably still got hair. That's some crazy stuff.
Hey, then she came home 10:45 p.m. Saturday night.
She wandered out of the woods right by her house.
Yeah, and she wanted to. The detectives wanted to speak to her again. The family had stated that they didn't think that her mental state was right now because of trauma of the incident, and she's not ready to talk.
Isn't everybody looking for a relationship where people feed you cheese crackers and play with your hair? Is it the squirt cheese? Is it cheese wheels?
Cheese crackers.
I was thinking of Cheez-Its.
No, I want the squirt cheese.
Hey, did y'all know the Nippets are no longer sold?
What's Nippets?
You know, look like Cheez-Its?
They were like Cheez-Its, but they were
Jamie went Whippets.
Look, I've been on like a few Whippets.
That's why.
So you would have busted out too if I didn't give you some Nippets, huh?
Look, just feed
Nippets are some tools, aren't they? But so look, they did a little. So here's the press conference today held by the Hoover Police Department. There, of course, from the start, Jamie was calling foul play.
Juicy Smollett.
She was the only one to report a child on the interstate, and I gotta say, she took her flasher on way before she could have seen any kid at that location. I seen people calling that out. No one else noticed it, right? Russell screamed on her call with her sister-in-law, so she called her sister-in-law scream. But then the things really get strange. So the police claim that when they looked at searches on her phone, that she had found did searches that include: do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? How to take money from a register without being caught? She did looking for bus tickets from Birmingham to Nashville. Searches for the movie Taken, about an abduction, were also in the history on Russell's phone. I mean, look.
Hey, you know what? You could have. She was going to rob a bank, because you can't rob a bank if you kidnap.
Them damn iPhones.
That's right.
So I didn't see this in the article
That was
or
her
hear it
alibi.
today, but I started hearing yesterday that she, they talked about her being a nursing student, that she had failed out of nursing school. They even had suggested that she had been fired from her job there at the spa for stealing. It kind of goes along with this search history here. Look, I'm just waiting for Al Sharpton to come through and say it's racism because everybody's saying this girl did it herself. That's the only thing left here, because the police have basically said we're not investigating.
How's it racism? She
Because
did
she's
it
black.
alone.
Is this technically black on
black.
black crime?
Well, she says a white man.
He was a white man.
So what I've
she
already
did it
heard,
herself.
what I've already heard is because the police stance that this means people can just go steal black women. I did hear that.
But are people just running around stealing black women?
So you know what should happen?
I don't know.
If they find that none of this is true, she should be arrested and go to jail for a certain amount of time.
She should, but Juicy didn't. He got.
He should have.
Yeah, he should have.
Because
They found
there's
him
an
guilty
actual
and then they-
statute and law against that.
Yeah, I tell you, the first person earlier today, I had queued up a story, and it was Candace Owens, and she was basically calling this out before the press conference ever came out. She said,
And
I don't
the story
believe that.
made no sense.
What's the over/under that she's going to get a book deal out of this?
0.
She ought to
I'm
get a
saying
movie.
zero.
I bet you she gets a movie or a book
Why
deal
is
out of this.
my
How much you
button
bet?
not
What's the movie going to be?
Come on,
It's
button.
about her acting.
It's going to be
About trying to do this.
It's going to be not taken.
Will
Not
Smith not taken.
Wish I was taken.
There's going to be a truck driver going down the road. He's going to call and be like, you know who I don't have?
He's like, hey, I tried to be taken.
I
be a
have
baby.
some particular skills that are not needed.
That's terrible.
And then here's the other one said
Jamie, we need to stand you on the interstate dressed as
Hey,
a baby that
she
says,
actually-
have cheese crackers, we'll play with your hair.
she
In
actually
Memphis and see how much reaction we
she
get.
actually searched how old was too old for an Amber Alert.
I'm thinking she is
There
too
is
over
enough
there.
evidence to charge this woman with wasting money.
Do you think she
Taxpayers'
realized though the level that it would get to? Do you think
what was
she
her
did?
end goal? That's what I want to know.
To disappear, I believe.
Book deal.
She changed her mind, so you thought she just wanted to
she just
be gone.
I think she wanted a
The
different
easier
life.
way is just to disappear. People do it all the time.
Go off the grid.
Yeah, I
Go
mean,
off the grid. Don't come back to the
Hey,
grid.
there were
Just go
plenty
off.
of times
But-
we
but-
would pull a guy over and he would be flagged as a missing person, and you talk to him, you know it's him, you see the picture, and he goes, "I'm not missing. I just don't want to be there anymore." And you go, "Okay, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
they're
You're an
grown.
adult.
They're grown.
Go on.
You're
Yeah.
grown. I mean,
And you don't
just
tell
go
the
away.
other side
Yeah.
of it nothing.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if people are willing to do that these days. Now, here's another kind of interesting story about disappearing. And now my internet connection is really slow. There was, that's the wrong one.
Well, I was hoping Terry was finna show us a magic trick.
I do have a good magic trick I'll show
I was
y'all later.
excited.
This isn't one of them.
Watch me put on a
Man,
new.
here we go.
What's the thing with the
Technical
thumb? You like-
difficulties.
Yeah.
The guy's name, what the hell is his name?
You can probably do that with your winger.
Travis King, U.S. soldier. Have you guys heard of this story?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He went to North Korea.
Yeah, he
Good
basically
to-
pulled a
voluntarily.
Carlee. He pulled
Good
a Carlee
decisions.
and he ran across the border into North Korea.
There was a North Korean baby on a boat.
But he ain't lost.
No, he did this just to be funny that he tried to run back.
Did
Apparently.
he really?
Yeah, he was just making a joke.
Well,
Oh, but he didn't make it
maybe
back.
that's what she was trying to do.
He
Too.
crossed the border.
It's the heaviest protected border. That's what I read.
So there
They
was-
said he ran over there and was like peeking around the building laughing.
You fail your look. You
All right, so
fail
look.
your PT test, and then there's some super fast North Korean soldier that catches you because his life is running. That's what he lives for.
The man whom a U.S. Army spokesman identified as Travis King was a private second class who had been released recently from a detention center in South Korea. He was scheduled to be flown home to the U.S. when he somehow returned to South Korea, joined a tour group to the demilitarized zone, and ran across the border into North Korea.
If you're gonna do it, man, you might as well do it naked.
And several South Korean outlets report that King had punched a South Korean national in a club last September. He had been fined 5 million won, which is about $4,000, for causing public damage and being uncooperative. According to the account from the whatever that is, King yelled obscenities at the police as he kicked the doors in. Yeah. So I got a feeling he's going to.
Sounds like he's the.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. If you're going, I mean, I bet we don't have an extradition treaty with North Korea.
No, he sounds like the Johnny Knoxville of
say,
extreme tourism.
He's having a hell of a time in South Korea.
One member said of the tour said that King laughed loudly, then ran between two buildings and eventually into North Korea. Boy, ooh.
Yay, I'm here.
Y'all got some of that starvation for me?
He was like, "What's up, fools? Can't get me now."
No, he'll probably go there being paraded as a hero. They'll put him out
as a defector.
Yeah.
So he could. So it's still probably the dumbest statement here. It's still unclear whether King planned his escape into North Korea, or whether it was something he did on a whim. So he was going to be sent back home, but he planned his escape into North Korea.
I think he knows Dennis.
He must have liked it.
Did y'all see the lady in Dubai who is facing the jail for yelling?
No, in
Janet
Dubai?
Yellen. Janet Yellen.
No, she was at a car rental place, and
She must not have him.
y'all know how some of the women around here get. She got loud, started screaming, and they came and arrested her. It's
She an American woman?
Yeah. It's against,
you know.
and apparently she's using profanity. It's against a lot of use profanity in Dubai.
You know, one thing you
Makes
don't.
sense.
Terry's been lots of places too. One thing you don't do when you go to other countries like that is act stupid.
Yes.
Because you.
You don't think I can, or no?
Oh, you can,
No, you
but
don't.
I
You
guarantee
shouldn't.
you would probably not make it.
hell,
Very long.
They love foreigners. They love Americans, actually.
To act
They
American,
do.
they want to act
Yeah,
American.
they really want to interact with you. When I was there in Taiwan, we would be on a train, and it was always young kids that come talk to you in English because they're trying to learn. They're learning English,
They
and
wanna
it's their
talk to
chance.
somebody,
They just want to talk.
I mean, you're a big man anyway.
Yeah, and look, I was at the where did we go in Taiwan? We went to like this zoo area, and then all these they're taking pictures with me instead of the freaking zoo animals because they hadn't seen folks. And I was skinny then, for me skinny, but I was a huge man in that area. And this one dude's like, "Hey, you want my sister's number?" I mean, I got like several of those. They like sumo over there, but I'm like, "No, bub, I'm good."
Dude, you could be a sumo king right now.
You could have been.
Were you
Sumo
like
King.
Joe Biden, where little black children rubbing the hairs down on your legs in the pool?
No, and I was not sniffing them either. It was just, it was kind of awkward. The people with me were German, and they were like,
You were like White Shaq.
okay, okay. But it was really kind of cool.
He didn't have corn pop with me. He had popcorn.
Popcorn, yeah. I did.
Popcorn.
Yeah, corn pops and cereal.
Speaking of
Those are awesome.
our home country and our hometown, Jason Aldean, country's megastar. I guess he's one of the top country stars. Is in trouble. Well, I guess you'd say he's in trouble. CMT
He ain't in
pulled
trouble.
Jason Aldean's video, "What to Know About Try That in a Small Town Controversy." I'm not sure what's controversy. I'm yet to hear the song, or if I did, I didn't pay no attention.
Have y'all
to
seen
it.
the video? Who watched the video?
I watched the video.
It's nothing. It look,
But-
you see worse than the news. To be
So
quite honest,
the New
yeah.
York Post is referring to it as a pro-lynching controversy.
Yeah, it's basically it doesn't say anyone in particular. It just says you spit in a cop's face or you
Try to rob a liquor
you
store.
burn
I heard
a
the
flag,
song.
you gonna
so
get your tail
I'll
whooped.
say this, and Terry might have to. I don't know what our rules are.
I'm not editing.
Rules.
So be
Okay.
careful.
So this is a anthem for just F around to find out.
That's what
That's
it is.
all it is.
Yeah, so why should we allow, I seen this morning that, and this is, of course, the right talking about it and with the presidential election, but why are all of our big cities where people love to go, we're just a few years away from basically giving them over to the drug addicts, the trank users. There's a video I wanted to play tonight, and I've got technical difficulties. Vivek Ramaswamy, Donnie's just got turned on to him.
Oh,
But we've been talking about it.
Oh yeah,
He just turned you on?
I know he did. I know who he is now.
But he was in Philadelphia, just walking around down in this area, and look, it's the closest thing to a zombie that I think we have here in
A zombie
Ohio.
apocalypse or just actual zombie?
Well,
Just actual
it's the
zombies.
fentanyl crisis.
A drug zombie.
Drug
well,
zombies.
Trank, I think, does.
You gotta be careful fitting all these nuts.
Yep.
I mean, it's heroin too. Like heroin can put you in that same kind of state. You know, it's like people standing up, but they're not there anymore.
Yeah, that's
These
right.
folks are for some reason bent over at the waist.
There's all
Yeah, I'm
kinds
not
of
that
crazy
graceful. I'd fall over.
I mean, honestly, they just got to mix it with some bath salts, and we will have zombies.
That's right. But back to the Jason Aldean thing. So CMT has kicked his video. So now is CMT the new Budweiser? I mean,
well,
weak, bro. I saw it. They're all weak. Like, and no one has a backbone.
but yet WAP is the biggest
That's what
song.
I was gonna say. I saw that WAP went #1, and it's one of the dirtiest songs. Like,
Terrible.
you know,
it's demeaning.
but it's okay for kids to hear this. But it's not okay to say if you burn our flag,
I don't get the connection to.
That's okay
lynching.
to me.
So
I didn't get it either.
Aldean responds by saying, "Try that in a small town for me refers to the feeling of community that I had growing up, where we took care of our neighbors regardless of differences of backgrounds or belief, because they were our neighbors, and that was above any differences." He explained. I mean, he's basically saying, "Look,
Yeah, but I will say
if you
this.
came in showing your ass, we're going to take care of it."
I believe he grew up in a large city in Georgia.
It was Georgia, and it was Macon, Georgia, is what I looked
Macon's
up.
a rough town.
He grew up at,
But it's not a small town. That's what I mean.
No, it's not.
No, it's
we
not.
grew up in small towns.
No, but it's not huge either. It's small compared to Atlanta.
Like I tell you what, we
But
all
it's
grew
not
up in
huge.
small towns that were
Really small.
really small, mostly black. And I tell you right now, that shit wouldn't have flown in our towns.
No.
You also got to think. I mean, how old's Jason Aldean? He's older than we are, probably. Right?
I think he's younger than we are.
You think so?
Yeah, I bet he's in between
Probably.
me and T. And
So, I mean,
I'm
20,
guessing.
30 years ago when he was growing up in Macon probably wasn't huge.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I mean, he probably did grow up. And
you
he
know,
may have grew up outside of Macon in a town like Perry or somewhere.
But I do know this in a lot of small towns that wouldn't fly. I mean, what we all do, the local police chief.
So we get angry about a song about this, but yet we still have rap songs talking about killing police. We still have rap songs.
Well, that's okay, though.
That can, I mean, we have a whole community of anti-police, and that's okay.
Yeah, I don't think you have to go to rap genre to find music that's
don't.
inappropriate.
No, you
I
don't.
mean, I don't listen to a lot of music, but I mean, there's even stuff in hell in the other country or pop or whatever. There's inappropriate stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what these guys need to do. They need to go hit the like button. They need to go hit the like button.
Pound
Because
that
if,
like
if you
button.
don't hit the like button, you're going to have more of this crap right here. Because
Pound
by
that
liking
like
us,
button,
subscribe. Look, we hit 3,000 subscribers on TikTok. We plan on next Monday night going live on TikTok with the entire podcast. So we're going to have our first live possibly on YouTube and TikTok next Monday evening. We got some technical things to work out, but we think we'll get there. So subscribe, like us, tell your friends about us. But we're still going to have our weekly podcast out as well, everywhere you listen to podcasts. Okay, so enough business. But really, this is what it's about. It's freedom of speech. We still want to, the left is still trying to completely filter and anything that is counter to their narrative.
Yeah, cancel it all. That's
I'll
what
be
That's the
quite
word I look
honest.
for,
I
cancel.
didn't even know CMT still existed.
I knew it did. I sometimes see movies
I
on
didn't
there.
until we went to the beach and we were watching videos on CMT.
So they still show videos
they still
like
show videos.
old school, like
Yes,
MTV.
They sure do.
Like VH1.
VH1.
Actually, that was actually a video like channel, I think, right?
VH1?
Or was that actually CMT too?
CMT was its own show, own channel.
No, he's talking about like that y'all was watching.
I
Yeah,
still,
we were watching CMT, I thought.
I still have their remote from that one bedroom upstairs, so I'm sorry that we accidentally stole that. They ain't emailed us yet. So. It ended up.
What was
in
it,
our
like a
luggage.
Roku remote?
Thieves.
No,
Like
it was
just
like,
their TV.
their
It ended
TV
up in our luggage somehow.
You were trying to steal the batteries, weren't you?
I guess.
For your bug out bag, huh?
That's it.
I'm having internet problems.
I don't know.
Chinese dropped the EMP. He's having internet problems.
Oh, what's going on?
It may be actually computer problems. Anytime I try to do searches and stuff here, let me go find it.
Is that going to show up on our video?
No,
Or we can see
No,
the
that's just on
Wi-Fi.
TV. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that's the two. Okay.
Look, talk about Chinese and EMPs. I wish they'd drop some Chinese food.
Yeah, I need some fried rice.
Some General So up in here.
That's right.
Dude, that is my favorite.
That is good. It's spicy and sweet. It's
Yeah, that's my
is
favorite
So
too.
good.
General So and some.
You know, I really like a good lo mein.
I like you talking that microphone.
Hey, you know what you know what you need to do? I got to get up in it.
Instead of low main, he said, "Hey main, talking to the microphone."
I do like the loud main. I do like loud main. Though.
You say loud man?
That's
Loud man. He is a loud man.
loud main.
Loud man.
Right, some
Let me get some loud man.
Is
That
it
may
low
get
man or loud
misunderstood.
He may get something else.
All right, I'm gonna have to take you off
He
screen.
may get some loud.
I like some
But that's
crab
okay.
rangoons.
See if that helps.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Spring rolls. I really like spring rolls.
I like egg rolls.
I like egg rolls.
Actually,
I love egg
my favorite
rolls.
thing is steamed dumplings. That is my
I
favorite.
don't like no
love 'em.
dumpling.
I love them too, Jamie.
Yep, they're delicious.
Man, I'll eat them.
Where do you find them around here?
You got to
don't?
find good
You
ones.
don't?
Yeah, you got to find good ones.
I like the pork dumplings. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's
Well,
I don't like the fried ones. I like the
steamed
steamed.
Yeah,
ones.
those
I
are
like the
good.
steamed ones too.
So have you ever had like ramen in a restaurant? Not
Yeah, there's a ramen
That's so
restaurant over
good,
in.
yeah, I didn't care
Memphis.
for it. We had it last weekend. We didn't care for it.
you didn't care for it.
No.
Whoa.
No, we didn't. It
There's
may
a-
have been the one we went to. I don't know. All right, so here's the story I was going to get to. We're going to try to do something funny here. Men are injecting lip filler into their penises to add inches of girth. Have y'all heard about this?
no.
I have not.
We discovered his secret.
All right. Jordan Tunnel, 33, said the procedure made his confidence go through the roof. Okay, he had a positive experience. But Paul, 39, was left with a big, squishy, lumpy disaster after his shots. So after hearing his wife making fun of his manhood during the breakdown of their marriage, and just as he was
Daggone.
re-entering the dating scene to meet someone new, Paul had a crisis of confidence.
Hey, well, he re-entering a whole lot.
The 39-year-old from Texas had flirted with the idea of enlargement surgery, but was put off by the irreversible nature. Then he stumbled upon the filler procedure.
Just fell on that mess.
All right. The only thing I'm thinking of right now is Arnold Schwarzenegger saying, "It's not a tumor."
It's not a tumor.
Like lip filler, promised to be totally reversible because they involve injecting a dissolvable gel.
They stuck Orbeez in my man's pecker.
He got
Just put some
Orbeez in there.
Orbeez in there.
He got a,
Don't put them down your toilet.
so he got a little squirt bottle by his bed. He squirts it a few times. He's
Fellow Texan
swell-
Jordan
just swell
Tunnel
up.
was equally excited to overhear someone talking about the procedure at a friend's gathering. He had been insecure about his size for years after comparing himself to his peers in high school. He told the Daily Mail, he went to an all-black school, by the way, seeing all the other guys in the football locker room and seeing what they were packing versus what I was
What they were panicking.
I wasn't on
No,
par
he was
with the other guy.
panicking.
They're doing it at the same time.
Terry getting nervous over there.
No, last month a German man died from sepsis after having silicone oil from an enlargement jabbed up into his bloodstream.
What is wrong with these people?
What the crap, man?
Everybody knows you just hang weights from it. Everybody knows that.
It stretches
Jeez,
it.
man.
Stretches.
How much weight? James hanging 45s.
Okay.
45s.
But it looks like Twizzler when you're
Let it
done.
dangle. Let it dangle.
This is further example of the decline and complete decimation of the United States population.
Hey, I'm just hoping.
First world problems.
Yeah.
This is right in line with sex change operations. Hell, that's not that
Jamie
No,
be like,
much different.
it's long, but it's skinny.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
You got a 6 foot long pencil. Joking.
Look, you know,
Oh God.
why I can't believe people are that concerned about
Jamie's
it. Really.
doing deadlifts with his. He's like, how much can you hang from it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what the hole in the weights are for.
Those are the little weights.
Man, why? See, we ain't got a TV screen up. Nothing.
Yeah, sorry. California biotech startup aims to make lab-grown babies and believe it will change society as we know it. Well, no shit. California startup's trying to make human eggs in the lab with first-of-its-kind technology.
We are right at the verge of. Remember in was it Demolition Man, where they didn't have sex? It was all virtual. Yep.
Yeah, I remember that because Stallone came back and was like, "What are y'all doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
It's like,
that.
I have sex with women.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Well, but you don't even need women for this. They're creating eggs
Well, it's gonna make it worse.
in a lab.
eggs. What do the eggs do?
Yeah, so
Y'all's wives didn't lay eggs?
they create the eggs.
What are they? Is she a dinosaur or a chicken? What the?
So, biotech company Conception, that's a unique name, right? Aims to accelerate and eventually commercialize in vitro gametogenesis.
Yeah.
They created that word. They made that up on the fly.
Gatogenesis.
A process that involves making human eggs and sperm in a lab from any cell in a person's body.
From any cell?
From
Any cell.
Life will find a way.
You'll have dandruff and be like, have a baby popping up.
Yep. Y'all better
Scratches the head to get 9 months later, got a kid.
Yeah, I mean, not that.
Hey, Kings, y'all better make sure y'all don't leave no dandruff laying around no way.
So then this
You gonna end
means
up with a
right
baby.
here, this could mean that people struggling with infertility, as well as same-sex and transgender couples, could have their own biological children for the first time.
It's really strange where it's all headed, right? You get to, like, you start controlling life. How long before we start talking about bringing life back? Like, we're taking dead people and, like, bringing life back.
Well, but
somehow.
you are. If you're using a cell from anybody, I mean, you're not actually reanimating the person.
Or, like, we're animating
But you're
people into
recreating.
robots or machines.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that not more of a clone where you're splicing
so-
two clones
so
together?
crazy.
But
man.
there is supposedly a 6 cocktail chemical cocktail concoction that they say now can reverse aging. That they're,
I heard that.
yeah, I haven't gotten into details.
They
to
say
no.
that basically your genes age or your DNA ages, and they could just put a stop to it and reverse it.
And reverse it.
Is it an alcoholic cocktail? Or like a sinus cocktail?
No, the alcoholic cocktail makes other people look younger.
I'm going to call Fallon and see if she got this cocktail.
You know, alcohol was like the first Snapchat filter ever. It was just pre-Snapchat.
Yep, that's true.
It was.
It took him a
It
second.
took a second. That was funny. Yeah.
That was good.
That was a good joke.
Yeah, I'm disappointed y'all didn't pick up on it faster.
Makes me nervous that I can't see us on the TV anymore, but you also have a file called Fall Guys. So I'm wondering if all of our pictures are in there.
Where?
I think it's a game, actually.
Oh, Sam may put it on there.
Yeah.
Let's see what else I had. To
Did
talk about
Trump get in? They said he was going to get indicted for January 6th. I know he put out
I thought he already got indicted.
no, this was January 6th.
Oh.
Yeah, he put out I guess a truth is what you're calling them.
Truth Social.
A truth.
He dropped a
Put
truth,
A truth on Truth Social.
a truth bomb.
Well, they gave him plenty of time.
Yeah, so
They did.
they came out and said, or he came out and said that he's received a letter that he'll testify in a hearing, and that he expects an indictment to come after the hearing.
Recent poll does show that the majority of Americans, regardless of their political status or which side they fall on, believe that, surprise, surprise, that Trump's indictments are all politically motivated and a move to prevent him from running. Chris Christie believes that he will back out of the election before
avoid it.
2024, and that'll be part of his bargain is to, we will not prosecute you if you drop out election.
Yeah, but-
If that is the case, those people should go to prison because they're meddling.
But also, I don't think he would have ever. I don't think if he hadn't have thrown his hat in the ring, he'd ever been indicted. I think he's indicted solely because he's running
I
president.
think so, too.
Me too.
I think they would have let it die had he never, if he just disappeared. As much as you can disappear as Donald Trump.
I believe that
I
if
thought-
Joe Biden makes it to 2024, he will disappear from the election before that time frame.
Joe Biden may disappear from life.
So, I did see something that I thought was very interesting. So somebody was referring to how. So we'll use Joe Biden for example. A lot of people don't want to get behind his political campaign because there's no future.
Right.
So like
I've heard that too.
Yeah, so like you think of Donald Trump, theoretically you have Donald Trump Jr. and you have a daughter. There's a family behind him that will have power as well. Joe Biden, there's no power coming behind him.
Well, they got Hunter.
Fair enough. They have Hunter.
He says sometimes he has lots of power.
He's got lots of paintings and everything.
I bet
He's a painter.
I bet he feels.
He's got
the
power
energized.
powder.
I bet he feels.
Well, I think they're really trying to get rid of Kennedy. Because I can see.
Oh, absolutely,
It could be
yeah.
a big problem if he decides to run as an independent.
There's
There's
something about
another
those
name.
Kennedys.
There's a weird name I've been
They don't
hearing
like them for some reason.
in the independent realms. I don't even remember the name, but it was a name, and it's like I've never even heard of this dude before.
Oh, Munchin is
there's a Jerry.
Well, no,
it's
but
a
Munchin,
Jerry somebody.
Garcia.
No,
Clemens.
Munchkin.
What is it with the Kennedys
They don't
and
like
trying to make them all go away?
Well, they did much better in the '60s.
They got something, man.
Since then, it's been downhill.
Well, I'm talking about making them go away. They did a lot better job. But I mean, like Ted, you didn't have to worry about Ted because he's alcoholic. He killed somebody. You didn't have to worry about him.
Ted Bundy? Oh
Ted
no,
Kennedy.
the other Ted.
Ted Kennedy.
He only killed one. He didn't kill.
Well,
four.
yes.
Bundy was much worse.
All right, boys. What else y'all got for
Yes.
tonight?
Good observation, Gary. Hey, Gary's going on record here.
Oh, hold on. We're gonna put him front and center. From
Ted Bundy was worse than Ted Kennedy.
All right, you're gonna say it live, right?
All right, live right now. Ted Bundy was way worse.
Way worse.
Whoa, that's going on a limb.
Than Ted Kennedy.
Way worse.
But the liberals would have
worse.
probably rather had him as president.
Probably. Bundy or Kennedy? Which one?
Bundy.
Well, Bundy was a Democrat.
And he was very charismatic.
He was very. He could have talked his way.
very
Boy.
charismatic.
There'd be people buried all over the White House lawn.
I'm
Well, the Clintons already been in there, so it
Was Secret Service trying to cover that up too?
Oh no.
You know, maybe he would have fit in perfectly with the Clintons. Ted Bundy.
He might have.
Who has killed more people?
Oh, definitely.
Well, technically, the Clintons ain't killed nobody.
No, they didn't kill nobody. They're just suicided people. all
We
around.
probably just got shadow banned because of that one. But,
Well, I got suicide. I enjoyed working with y'all guys.
It was fun.
My brakes are going out of the way.
just
home.
no, actually, Jamie hung himself.
Hey, we get
the
a pass. We're from
television
Arkansas.
so.
We get a pass.
That's
we
right.
spend a
Trey.
lot.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
can
that's
talk
all
about
I
it
got
if we
tonight.
want
What y'all got, boys?
I don't know. Be kind, rewind.
That's a blockbuster.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie.
I'm gonna play us out. Father Fortenberry.
Pound that like button.
Pound it, smash it, hit it 3 times.
DW got a lot to say. What's that, DW?
Pound that like button like Jason Aldean gonna pound you if you burn the flag.
Gary, ain't doing nothing.
Triple tap.
It might.
That like button. Triple tap. Not double tap. Triple tap.
Marty Ma.
See y'all next time. I ain't got nothing to say.
You just said something.
See, I just like going back and forth between the cameras. That looks so fun. Y'all can't see that.
I just like how Marty every time looks like I won't say nothing.
I would say.
Sometimes
Hey, look,
I
hit
got
the like
something to say,
button.
but then y'all say I holler.
Love it.
You guys.
Well, that's true. Marty does holler sometimes. It's
Just don't
okay.
want to holler.
We love you, man.
Hello.